In this tutorial, we are going to use the Hardy-Weinberg principle in order to calculate the allele, genotype, and phenotype frequencies. We have learned that the Hardy-Weinberg principle contains two equations. The first equation, which is P plus Q equals to 1, with P equal to the frequency of the dominant allele and the Q equals to the frequency of the recessive allele. Now, the frequency of genotypes in a population can be represented by another equation, which is P squared plus 2PQ plus Q squared equals to 1, with P squared equal to the frequency of the homozygous dominant genotype, 2PQ equal to the frequency of the heterozygous genotype, and Q squared equals to the frequency of the recessive genotype. Now, let's assume that the brown hair characteristic is a result of a recessive allele small a. And we know that one person in 25,000 displays this character. So, since this character is recessive, then it will only be observed in individuals who have two recessive alleles, small a, small a. So, the probability of small a must be 1 out of 25,000, or 0.00004. And from the equation, we know that Q squared is the probability of small a. By conclusion, Q squared equals to 0.00004. In order to calculate Q, we must take the square root of 0.00004, which is approximately 0.0063. Now we know that the probability of both alleles, capital A and small a, is P plus Q, which is equal to 1. So, in order to calculate P, which is the probability of having the dominant allele, is 1 minus 0.0063, which is equal to 0.9937. We can now calculate the probability of the heterozygous individuals. From the Hardy-Weinberg equation, we know that the probability of the heterozygous is 2PQ. Therefore, 2PQ equals to 2 times 0.9937 times 0.0063 equals to 0.0125. And this is how we can use the Hardy-Weinberg equations in order to calculate the frequencies.